I'm Kirsty Rourke from Social Impact Capital Australia, and I'm here to tell you today about what it is like to experience the CEO Sleepout, the fundraising, the event, and what impact you're going to have by participating. I really resonated with the mission about the 500 homes in 5 years, and I loved that Vinnies was doubling its impact. There was that call to action where we've just signed up to the Olympics, we've got this goal, we've heard about how other countries might not have done it so well, and there's an opportunity for us to do it better. So I think I really like those big lofty goals. So a goal to be able to end homelessness by 2032 was something that I really wanted to get on board with, and I am on board with. And I also thought, as business leaders, we are in a really privileged position, and we have that opportunity. We have a voice, we have the ability to fundraise, and that ability to make a difference. So it really aligned with my own personal aspirations to want to make a difference. You turn up on the night and you're immediately welcomed by the Vinnies team. So I think that was a really nice introduction to the night. You get your beanie, you put your beanie on, and you see everyone else who's participating. The thing that I remember really clearly about the night is there were some young people who were volunteering on the night, and they came up and asked me a question. And they asked, could I imagine this happening to me? And that's something, that question, I've rethought about a number of times, because to be honest, my answer initially was no. But then as the night progresses, you see how easily you can become homeless. So that's something I still think about today. After dinner, the formalities commenced, and it was really wonderful to participate in that. We heard a lot of stories from people with lived experience. There was interviews with some of the young people who were volunteering and some of the frontline workers. And so it gave a really fantastic insight into the work that Vinnies do and the impact of the funds that we're all there to raise. So I really enjoyed the formalities. There's a lot of people that you do business with there and that you already know, so business leaders. So it's wonderful to connect with them because you've already got those established relationships. But doing this event together really takes your relationship to the next level. You realize that your values are aligned, you're here for a purpose, you can talk about things that are more meaningful than just your day-to-day roles. And I really loved that connection that we formed, and I've maintained those relationships with the participants from the Sleepout. Some of them are signing up to do it again this year, which is really exciting. You form a really close bond with the people who participate on the night. My favourite part of the evening was during the presentations, and we saw this video of a heartbreaking story of this woman who had become homeless. It was through no fault of her own. She had a full-time job, but because of this housing crisis, there was just no rental accommodation. It was really heartbreaking to see, and you could put yourself in her shoes. Life can be unfair sometimes, and that really resonated, that it's not people's fault. So that story, then we actually heard from her, and in her own words, the experience. But in her own words, she also shared what Vinnies had done for her. That support through that time, that restoring of her self-worth and her self-esteem, getting her back on her feet, and really gave us that insight into we contributed to that. You know, I felt proud that we had helped in a small way, but also heartbroken that this tale is not isolated. This is a really common story, and how can we let this happen? It just makes you want to do more. You really want to help. It's such a great opportunity for us to have an impact. By doing the event, you're not only raising money at the event, you're seeing the impact of that money, which is so meaningful because we all contribute to that. But also raising awareness, posting about it on LinkedIn, by talking about it with your peers. You continue to be asked about the experience, you continue to reflect on the experience, and hopefully then you encourage somebody else to sign up, and that impact just gets compounded. I really loved that opportunity. And as I said, the most important thing for me is seeing where that money is spent and hearing those stories and hearing about how people's lives are changed through us just being uncomfortable for one night. So it was a great experience for all of us involved.